That's a really good question. Buyers definitely have a tendency to wait right now with the holidays close by. Everybody's busy, everybody's active, everybody's doing all the things. And people are saying, I'm gonna wait for the interest rates to come down. And the challenge there is once the rates do come down, if they do, the market is going to be flooded again with all the rest of the buyers that thought waiting was the right thing to do. And we're going to run into that same scenario we ran into a couple years ago where prices get inflated. We see 8, 10, 15 offers on properties. You're having to waive all your contingencies. And it just really makes that process that much more stressful. So right now, if you are a buyer who's a little cautious and you want to make sure that you're getting your home inspection contingency in there and you're getting better overall terms for you that you're comfortable with, right now is definitely the time to be out there searching, looking for that right property, because again, chances are if you look at a property, you're going to have the opportunity to sleep on it at least for a night to make sure that you're making the right decision. My response is, what happens if they don't? There was a stat recently that years ago for people that wanted to wait or going to wait for rates to drop, would have ended up having to wait almost 30 years for rates to drop. So it would be more advantageous to buy when you're ready to buy, where you can always refinance down the road if the rates do come down. But otherwise, there's a chance that rates might stay where they are for the next 3 or 4 years. And depending on your situation, do you want to continue to pay rent versus owning a property? I don't advise people to sit and wait for the rate to drop because that is 100% unknown. If and when the rates do drop, and depending on how much they drop, again, now you're going to be possibly looking at having to pay $40,000, $50,000, $60,000, $70,000 over list price, waive your home inspections, waive any other contingencies, find a way to even remove your financing contingency and appraisal contingency. And on top of that, you're probably going to have to make a decision before you even leave that house after you have seen it. So again, it's a comfortable place to be for buyers right now. There is still some good competition out there, but if you don't want to be in that flooded market, get out there right now and make it happen. Helping buyers make smart decisions isn't about convincing, it's about clarifying.
Can you walk us through an example of what waiting could cost a buyer?
You bet. So to keep it very simple and easy, for every $10,000 difference in your mortgage, your overall mortgage, you're looking at roughly $60 a month, which offhand doesn't seem like it's all that much. But if you would wait for rates to potentially drop or come down, and then you get into that very busy flooded market again, you multiply that $10,000 over and over and over, again, you might be looking at $50,000 over list price. But not only on top of that, you most likely are gonna have to bring more for a down payment. So that's more money that's out of your pocket. And then when it comes to the inspection side of things, you may have to walk away from the home inspection or put a huge buffer in there for your home inspection forgiveness. That there's a lot of unknown dollars that may or may not be there, which can be a little scary for some buyers. So if you're gonna look at buying a house right now in this market, it's a little bit safer. You kind of know a little bit more what you're getting into, and there isn't quite as much risk as involved. The side-by-side scenario is really helpful, especially with first-time home buyers. A lot of times they just don't know what those numbers actually look like. They see the big picture or they're online and they'll see numbers thrown out at them, and there's really no breakdown of what those numbers look like. So when we do a side-by-side comparison, we can kind of play with the numbers and figure out is if we offer this at this interest rate, it gives us a final monthly payment of this versus maybe we offer a little bit more but ask for seller credits and then what your final payment looks like there. So it's really kind of breaking it down and educating it for the buyers to help find the scenario that works best for them. Most buyers aren't just hesitating because of the numbers. They're hesitating because they're afraid they're gonna make the wrong move. And to be honest, that's just human nature. That's how we are as people, and that's okay. Our job as agents is to help them understand when waiting is smart or when it's just fear talking. That comes from asking questions and educating, and not from a place of being pushy. I'll usually ask them to picture themselves a year or 2 or 3 in advance. So as a scenario, if they're renting right now, if right now was the time for them to buy, but maybe they were a little hesitant, didn't want to pull the trigger, as we were saying before, maybe they're gonna wait for rates to drop. Fast forward 2 years from now, are you gonna be happy being where you're at now, or would you have rather made the move, made the jump, bought that house, and now you've built 2 years of equity? So having them kind of look into their future to see where they wanna be, I think is really helpful. When you lead with empathy, your clients stop avoiding decisions and start making them with confidence. At HomeTeam4u, we like to consider ourselves knowledge brokers. We spend a lot of time training all of our agents to understand the market, understand the data, and then be able to turn that into more simple terms so that buyers and sellers can understand what all those numbers mean. It's really helped me build confidence much more quickly. It's easier to have conversations with buyers and sellers, especially if they're difficult ones, knowing that we have the support of the team behind us. Trainings and role plays are a huge part of what we do here at HomeTeam4u. There is no cookie cutter situation, so to be able to work with the team through all the different scenarios really helps set us apart. This is a really fast-paced market. From day to day, things change, and to have the knowledge and information at our fingertips with the trainings and the role plays we do at HomeTeam4u, it really helps us guide more than guess. To go all in, be a sponge, show up, do all the things. At HomeTeam4u, we have all the trainings, all the resources, all the role play, all the support you could ever ask for, that there really should never be a situation where you're not comfortable figuring out the answer. In this market, knowledge is not optional, it's your edge. At HomeTeam4u, we don't just generate leads, we train agents to lead.